Hello, hi guys. Welcome back to Wednesday Waffle, or not Wednesday Waffle. I already said this. It's Weekly Waffle, but I'm gonna go back on what I said earlier, and I think I might try to make it a somewhat Wednesday Waffle again. If nothing else, it'll be uploaded on a Wednesday because I feel like it works better with the alliteration. I don't know. Maybe I'll record another one on Sunday. Make it for Wednesday, or record it on Tuesday, or whatever. But yeah, hopefully it'll be Wednesday Waffle again, but currently it's Weekly Waffle. Hi, I haven't seen you guys in... Well, you haven't seen me. I don't know. How many of you guys haven't actually, met me in real life? I'd like to know. If you haven't met me in real life, just drop a comment or something. I don't know. But Wednesday Waffle time, guys. I've actually made notes this time. So, in case you didn't know, this whole waffle thingy split into three parts. We've got fitness, we've got social, and we've got work, or roughly work, because I am only 16. But we're going to start with fitness, because I think it's the easiest one for me to start with. So, starters, my diet. I've been thinking a lot more about my diet recently. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's probably my brother getting more into this whole dieting thing because he's really enjoying going to the gym and stuff, which is crazy considering he's like 13, but that doesn't matter. The point is, I've been getting a lot more into my diet and trying to almost figure it out because it was good, but it could be better. And what I've realised is I just snack a lot. I snack an awful lot, and when I do eat, it could be optimised, which sounds really stupid. Like, me hearing that feels a bit silly because optimizing this, optimizing that feels like a pretty bad way to live in a way. Obviously you want to optimize, but you don't want to optimize to the extremes. But the point is, I do want to work on my diet a bit, so I've just been trying to cut down on snacking. Just want to talk about everything to do with my fitness and physical health. This is just like, you have to be thoughtful about what you do and always be present. There's a good quote which I like from my Zen book, which is, you should be the master wherever you go. I think that really aligns with this. Secondly, I love climbing. If you didn't already know, I love climbing. I might maybe record the next one at the gym, the climbing gym. I don't know, but I have been really inspired by Toby Roberts, the guy who won the Olympics. I think he's really, really cool. And basically, I just want to really improve at climbing. But it's quite hard, not just because it takes a long time, but because naturally you work on what you're good at. And so I've been spending a lot of time on slabs, which are vertical walls, which use a lot of balance, when really I should be training overhangs, which are like really more endurance-based walls. But obviously I've only been climbing, well not obviously, I've only been climbing for a week or two now. No, I've only had 2 sessions at the gym. So it's actually, I feel like it's alright that I haven't really got into the swing of things, but I hope the next time I record this, I will have more of a plan and actually know what I'm doing. But this led me on to... I did a really good journaling session today, and I was thinking that actually climbing is almost a poor obsession. It's a poor thing to be obsessed about. Obviously, if I was older, I think it would be better. Is it wind? Oh, the wind's back, guys. I'm going to have to... I actually got a mic, but I need to work out how to use it. But, yeah, climbing's a pretty poor obsession in a way, because for me it's extremely difficult to actually go climbing. Well, not extremely difficult, it is just quite high friction. It's not the easiest thing for me to do. I have to cycle all the way down a main road for about 15 minutes, which sounds alright, but right after school when you're tired and having to get back home for dinner, it's a bit annoying. And in that sense, it's a poor obsession. I was journaling about that today. But I still really love it, and I still really hope to be as good as Toby Roberts someday, and I still really hope to go outdoors climbing, and I still really hope to enjoy climbing and keep doing it. So yeah, I'm going to keep at it. I think that's my main source of fitness right now. Swimming's been good, but I actually get onto that in social, or I guess that's also personal. But just a final thing here is parkour. I almost want to get back into parkour a bit more, or not even get back into it, but I want to try it, because one of my favourite things to do in my whole life is to explore. And that's not just exploring new areas, as many people usually think, but I think that a lot of exploration is actually to find out what you can do and what you can't do. I think parkour is a really good way to learn that, to learn what your body is capable of and what it's not capable of. And it's a really cool thing to do. Like, let's be honest, if you see some guy do a backflip or some girl do a backflip, just flat standing or off a jump, you're like, okay, damn, that's pretty cool. The wind. Because I'm not really editing these. Should I edit it? Should I edit it? I don't know. I need a haircut. I'm looking at myself in the little thing. Anyway. Yeah. More wind? No, yeah. I really like parkour because it's exploration of myself. And again, I just think it's cool. I think a lot of the reasons for me doing stuff is just because I think it's cool or impressive, which I think people usually say that's bad, but I'd argue that it's a good thing because it gives you more of an intrinsic sense of motivation, just because you're like, oh, I just want to do it for the sake of doing it. But yeah, another thing with parkour and exploration is that I also really want to do more cycling, and I've really enjoyed it, because that's just exploration of my literal environment, not of myself. But yeah, basically, I love exploration. Work. This also encapsulates school. I was getting it wrong last video because I haven't done one of these in so long. Look at the tree, it's so cool. Anyway, yeah, work. I believe this is also split into 3? Maybe 2. Yeah, 3. So, first one is my prioritization is pretty poor. I'm going to get onto this more in this specific part, but yeah, I don't really prioritize correctly. I would have liked to make this video on Wednesday, but I never managed to do it because I was like, oh, I can do it on whenever, I can do it tomorrow. Never did it on Thursday, so now it's Friday, it's like almost 8 PM. Is it 8 PM? Yep, it's literally 8 PM, and I'm recording this, which, don't get me wrong, is good because I'm running on a high of motivation. But I would prefer to do it on a day when I've got it more scheduled. But yeah, my prioritization has not been great, and that's a bit annoying because, specifically with YouTube, I do want to learn how to make videos. I do want to learn how to edit them and record them and stuff, because ultimately I think this would be one of my favourite potential ways to live, to be a content creator and just document my life. Kind of like PewDiePie does now. I think he's one of my favourite. In terms of content, PewDiePie has the highest quality of content which I've seen in a long time. It's really good. I really like it, and it's just really authentic, which I find is quite hard to find on YouTube nowadays. But ultimately, doing all that is hard. And again, I think I'm just going to put this into perspective and blame that. Obviously, I'm blaming myself as well. I should be doing more. Well, I should be doing more. I would like to be doing more, and I will be doing more next week. But it is still new into the school season, so I'm still not 100% fixed on my habits and stuff. Secondly, in this mega journaling session I already talked about, I was journaling about why I haven't really started a business, or not necessarily a business, but I haven't started a money-making venture, because I have concluded that making money would improve my quality of life. Not making, but definitely receiving money, because then I could buy clothes, but that's the vain part. I'd be able to spend a lot more money on being generous to my family and my friends, which I think would be so rewarding. But also, I could go out on dates with my girlfriend, or I could just like buy nice food. But yeah, basically, I think money would improve my quality of life significantly, and so I'm wondering why I haven't actually started any money-making ventures, because it seems kind of a no-brainer. And so I was journaling about it, realised that it's probably down to fear, because everything's fundamentally down to some form of fear. And then I thought that it's just because... I kind of realised that it's just because I'm unclear, and I fear that I'm misaligned with whatever idea I put out there. So I think I'm going to kind of slow it down, you know. I know that I would like money, and I know that it would improve my quality of life. I think that last week I was wanting to want money. I was wanting to want a business. this is something which quite a few big entrepreneurs and stuff talk about. It's how a lot of people just get into business because they want to have a business, and so basically they're pursuing a lifestyle which they think might be possible, which isn't bad, but they're pursuing the pursuit of the lifestyle, which is kind of difficult to wrap your head around, but it makes sense when you're in the position. And what I've realised now is that business and making money, however much I want to do it, it isn't my number one priority. It isn't really my number one priority, and it wasn't what I actually wanted. What I actually wanted is a sense of purpose. I'm not searching for a business, I'm just searching for purpose. And the reason I was searching for a business to find purpose is because a lot of the content which I consume has some form of business or money-making aspect. In fact, all of the content you consume has a money-making aspect. Everything you find on YouTube, people have paychecks. Everything you find on Insta, people getting sponsors. You know, the general drill. And so, yeah, basically everyone I see is making money off it. And so your brain naturally thinks that that's the way to go, when in reality I think I'm just searching for a purpose, and I'm just searching for something which I can really enjoy and do every day to feel fulfilled every day without feeling physically tired. Or if I am feeling physically tired, it can be I'm feeling physically tired and then I just go to sleep, as opposed to bouldering, which is I feel physically tired and then I know I need to get back home and then I get mentally tired. It would be a physical tiredness which goes straight into sleep. So something like parkour, where I could go out, do parkour for 3 hours, come back, have dinner, go to sleep, basically like that. But yeah, now there's going to be journaling about purpose again, but I feel like I'm more up for journaling, because I journal every morning now before school, which I totally recommend to everyone. Second thing for work, or no, third thing even, is that I kind of want to start an Instagram again, for photography. And maybe saying this will make me not want to do it, but just thinking about the idea of animal stats, which would be like, I post pictures of animals and little descriptions, just makes my brain smile. And maybe I'd even do it on YouTube. Maybe that would be easier, I could learn some proper skills, but maybe I could do both, I don't know. It would just be really cool, it makes me smile, and it would help me learn skills. And I do want some money, so maybe it could help me with that. But fundamentally, I just don't try enough, which is really annoying. But realising that is kind of freeing, in that I know that all I have to do is try, and that's really not that hard if you know what you're trying to do, or if you know what you want to do, if you have an ABZ framework, which is what you want to do now, or what you want to do next, and then what goal you're working towards. But the problem with this is that I never do anything because of Parkinson's law, if anybody knows that, which is that work expands to fill the time allocated to it. And so basically, all of my work, which I have to do, does not have a deadline. I can do it whenever, as a child, because I have basically infinite time. The only thing which has some form of deadline is GCSE revision, which is why I prioritise it more than other things. The only other deadline I have right now is that I want to get Echoes of Wisdom, which is the Switch game, and so maybe I might try to make a little quick hustle for £25 or something, but I don't know, there's no urgency. And there was one day where I managed to use that in homework, and it really helped. I got everything done really quickly, everything was abstracted, and I think I did everything in like an hour. So I'm going to try use that more over the week, and over my life. But this brings me on to the final thing, which is that I really want to do Ali Abdaal's like productivity workshop again. I did it at the start of the year and it really helped me out, so I'm probably going to do it again, just to review it. Finally, social, because I do want this video to be under 20 minutes, because they are painful to upload. Social. Swimming. This sounds weird. Swimming is fitness, it's not social. Correction, social also now means personal, because 3s are nicer than 4s, and social kind of is basically the same as personal. But when I was swimming, we had to do this really weird set of 5 400s, which, if you don't understand how hard that is, it is pretty difficult. But I got into a real rhythm, and I had a lot of quite deep realizations, but to summarize the most important one, it would be that comparison slows you down like crazy. Don't compare, because let's say you're swimming or you're running or you're doing some form of you're focusing on something, right? You're moving, you're moving, and somebody is like and runs right past you. You're like, damn, I need to go run after this person. However, that is exactly what you do not want to do, because as soon as you run after that person, you're going to burn yourself out. And even though you're going, so imagine much slower, you're going, and then you both slow down, and you're just going slow. Both of you are going slower than initially, unless the person who overtook you is genuinely faster than you, in which case they're still going to progress. Still going to progress past you, even though you're going slower. So, don't compare. Don't react to comparison. It's bloody difficult, but it's really useful because it makes you feel so much better. It makes you feel like you're really on your path and you know what you're doing and you are... Yeah, you feel complete almost. Secondly, for social or personal, school is going pretty well. It's dead as fuck. Like, the teachers are... No, the teachers are nice. It's just my geography teacher is useless. But I've gotten to the point where the subject's kind of getting a bit easy. Luckily, that means I can do homework in class. I think that's a win, and I get to read a lot. I've read quite a lot of my book on how to read a tree. Totally recommend. Sick book. Natural navigation. Sounds epic. But what school's made me realise is that, as always, friends are important. But I'm so accepting of people, and I just try to be friendly to everyone. I try to be nice to everyone because, unless they're a complete dick, right? Someone who's quite, let's say, a nerd and quite introverted, or someone who's usually taken for being weird, usually they're not that weird, and it's just the way they interact with people who they don't know. So once you get to know them, they get really nice. But the problem is that they are still a bit weird. And so with school, I've befriended a lot of these really nice outcasts. So they kind of always hang around with me, and I'm not sure what to do about it. Like, they're really nice, but I would like a break. There are quite few people who I'm actually willing to just spend like a couple days with non-stop. There'll be very few people who you can do that with. I think for me it's basically just my girlfriend and my like 3 best friends. 4. Zaya, 5, I don't know. Zaya, who's from school, maybe I could survive with Joe for a week. And then Anthony, William, Ryan, Hero, I could survive with you guys for forever. You guys are so inspiring, I swear. But that's a thing. And that's just made me realise that I need to be intentional with who I befriend. I can be friendly to everyone, but fundamentally I need to make sure that I'm not overly friendly, and I signify my priorities. I tell them that, okay, I am friends with you, I am going to be nice with you. I like this person slightly more, I find them more interesting, they're my best friend. So could you just leave me alone for now? And usually I'd say yeah, but the problem is when you befriend these slightly stranger people, you don't really know how they're going to react. For example, they might have some mental health issues, which might mean that then react overtly, and I don't want to make them sad, and blah 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 blah. I'll figure it out. I just wanted to vent at you guys, because it's a full disclosure video. Finally, for social, before we get onto the pondering and the quote and the haiku, which I'm adding to the format because I write haikus every evening. Yeah, the final one is that on a very personal level, and I won't elaborate on this because I don't want this to run away from me, but just because I think it would be cool for people to hear. What I'm aiming towards as a person is to become a samurai Link. Link from The Legend of Zelda and a samurai from samurai times. I mean, you can kind of fill in the blanks, but if you want to do your research, I want to be basically the good qualities from both of them. Link is basically only good, and Samurai's had some weird stuff going on with them, but I want to be that kind of person. Just thought I'd get it out there so that people who are watching this video can understand me a bit better. You know what samurais are like. you know, if you don't know what link's like, do a little bit of research. It'll only take you 20 minutes. But yeah, that's what I want to be like. I want to be driven, etc., etc. You'll figure it out. And so that's the end of this weekly waffle. I swear the next one will probably come out on Wednesday. I really hope. Hopefully it's a bit better, because this is like over a week's worth of notes, and maybe I should just, because I have a lot of journaling stuff, especially today and yesterday I had really deep journal sessions, so I might just make separate videos for them. I don't know, we'll see. I'll just do whatever I feel like, to be honest, because if I don't want to feel pressure to do it. But we're going to finish off with a quote, a haiku, another thing, and then just like a goodbye. So my haiku, which I wrote on the 14th, I think. No, I wrote it yesterday. No, 2 days ago. And this is it. This is to do a comparison. Two parties racing will fizzle out to embers. Together they thrive. There's your haiku. My quote is that comparison is the thief of joy. And the thing for you to ponder is that what are you doing because you don't feel comfortable? Basically, where can you seek discomfort actively to better your life? Because the best experiences in your life exist outside of your comfort zone. Everybody watch Yes Theory. I'm going to see you in the next video, which will hopefully be on Wednesday. I'm going to peace the hell out of here. Bye. That was anticlimactic.